Hey YouTubers, this video is going to be for anybody who needs to keep track of their time on their job or their workplace, but it's primarily going to be for people who are eBay resellers. Let me tell you what's going on. Years ago, about over 20 years ago, I had a route to thrift stores, and I made a living making and selling stuff online. Eventually, I went to importing and then manufacturing. Then I retired and made YouTube videos. And now, after a 20-year hiatus, I'm thinking about doing thrift stores once again, one day a week. And I knew that if I wanted to do this, I need to keep track of the money I spend, because when I did this years ago, that was something I did a very poor job at. But even more importantly, because now I'm a lot older, I don't have that much time that I used to have. I need to keep track of my time. And I don't think hardly any eBay resellers are thinking about the time that they spend. What got me thinking about this idea is there's a guy, Justin Resells. He posted a video. By the way, he's got an excellent channel. But he made a video. It only takes 4 minutes for him to list any item that he has for sale. And that's going to be a target for me. So I need to keep track. So let's get down to business. What I decided to use, this is a sport watch I bought several months ago for $17. The cool thing about it is, one of the cool things about it is that it'll keep track of different sports that you take, that takes place in your life. I just use it for when I bounce in the morning, and then also when I go for a walk. But there's over a dozen different sports. But I was thinking I could substitute a sport for an activity that I'm using on my reselling. And that's what I did. Today, I use trekking as when I go searching for stuff in a thrift store. So I would go into the thrift store, I would put on trekking, and then I would start tracking my amount of time. And what it does is that if you go to your phone, this is the app for the program. It's the Fit program. This is what has been going on today. You can see here, here's my sleep time. And I have freestyle is when I jump in the morning. And trekking, because I went to 2 different thrift stores. And this is the amount of steps and so on. And heart rate, I guess you could, if I found something really cool, my heart would go up. But it gives the amount of time I spent at each place. So I know exactly for that day. And up here is a calendar. So you can go back in time to whatever day of the week of the month and so on. So it's very easy to keep track of how much time you spent on each subject. So for basketball, that is my listing, doing research and then listing. So I spent 59 minutes. I only had 7 things, and I only listed 6 of them, and I haven't added the pictures to them yet. So I've got a long way to go before I can do the 4-minute per item. It's not. It doesn't matter where you're at. It matters where you're going. And if you track stuff, if you measure stuff, then you know what's happening in your life and in your job and your business and so on. So I haven't seen anybody use this tip before. I'll leave a link for this watch, but you can use any sport watch that has a tracking device. Like I said, this was the best inexpensive one I could find. It has a very long life. I did a review of it. This isn't important. I'm not trying to sell the watch. I'm just saying you can use a sport watch that keeps track of your activities to keep track of everything you do when you're doing your job of reselling things on eBay. Regardless of what it is, let's count them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 different sports you could substitute for an activity and keep track, and then we'd be listed on your calendar, so you would know, and you could track during the year how much time you spent on everything. So I haven't seen anybody else use that as a tip as a guide for helping people on reselling. I'm going to be posting every week when I go to the stores what worked for me, what didn't, what mistakes I made, because I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes. I haven't done this in 20 years. But I'll leave a link to the book I wrote back in, oh lordy, year 2000. So if you want to see what it was like to thrift stuff back in 20 some years ago, the resources were obsolete within weeks, but the personal narrative of finding stuff, I think, is still applicable for a lot of things. But it's been fun. I'm learning a lot of new stuff, and I hope you'll have fun with me in this journey of trying to buy and sell stuff on eBay and to substitute and supplement my Social Security. So, all right, guys, it's a fun journey. Take care. See you out there.